Hello. Oh, my camera's funky. Welcome in. I'm Tammy Mastroberti, best-selling author of the book The Universe is Talking to You and the book behind me, The Higher Help Method. And I teach people how to tap into what I call the higher helpline of the universe, noticing signs, synchronicities, getting higher help to create positive change in your life. And today is my mother, Marianne. It's her birthday. She would have been 78 years old, I believe. And she passed away when I was 22. She was 53 years old. So those of you who have been following me for a while know she passed away suddenly 3 days after Christmas in 1999 from a brain aneurysm. And so it has been quite some time since she's passed, over 20 years. But that's really what sparked my journey, right? That's what sparked me to be on the path that I'm on and teaching the things that I'm teaching. So I wanted to come on here and honor her, number one, for her birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. And also, wait, let me see. Something's not working. I'm sorry, you guys. I just want to make sure. Yeah, see, this isn't working. Oh. Why are my AirPods not connected? Otherwise, you guys are going to hear an echo and it's going to be annoying. Hold on. Okay. That should fix it. That should fix it. I don't want you guys to have an echo on, there we go. Okay. On Instagram. Instagram's not the problem. It's on Facebook and YouTube. I don't want it to be weird. Okay. So yes, happy birthday to my mom. Thank you, Marie. So I wanted to come on here and share with you. You know, I always share with you about signs from loved ones, signs from the universe. And it's been over 20 years since my mom has passed, and she still sends me signs. So for those of you who are thinking, oh, well, it's been, so long since I lost so-and-so, my brother, my mother, my sister, my father, my boyfriend, whomever. For those of you thinking, oh, it's been so long, can they still communicate? Or do they still communicate? The answer is 100% yes. And I know this not just from my mother, but from many other people that I have spoken with and that I know have lost people many, many years ago. The same is true in reverse, by the way. Your loved one could have passed on recently. And it's really not that they can't send the signs right away, because they 100% can. It's often that we are here and we are in grief. So it is harder for us to notice those signs because we're at such a low vibration and that level of grief. So it's not that your loved ones aren't sending signs as soon as they pass, and it's not that they don't have the ability to do it or that they can't do it. It's really more about us being able to receive it and being open to it because of the state that we're in. So anyway, it's been over 20 something years and she still sends me signs. And what I find is she never misses sort of a special occasion, whether it be my birthday or, something exciting that's happening in my life, my wedding day. If you go to my YouTube channel, we have a video of the ceremony where she gave one of the most amazing signs ever. It was the talk of the entire wedding. And you can find that on my YouTube channel because I thought it was so amazing. I had to share it with everyone. So she always makes her presence known and lets me know she's around during these important moments, let's just say, whatever that might be, important moments in my life, special occasions, things like that. So obviously, I recently published my book, The Higher Help Method, and which you can still get, by the way. And I believe it's still on sale on Amazon, which is amazing. I don't know why they put it on sale. I think that's totally an Amazon thing. I have no control over that whatsoever, but I was just excited to see it. So I think both the ebook and the paperback are on sale. So I recently published the book. So a few days before the book released, which was it came out April 16th. So a few days before, and I have proof that I can show you. Instagram's not going to be able to see it, but I'll read it. But on Facebook and YouTube, I'm going to pop it up onto the screen so you can see. But what happened was I was at my desk right here, and I was taking a break. I was doing something. I think actually I was posting something on social media, and I was on TikTok. And so I was scrolling through TikTok, and all of the sudden, I come across this post, which I'm going to show you, and Instagram I'll read to you. I come across this post that literally says, "To my daughter." Now, if you know anything about social media, specifically TikTok, right? It's very algorithm based. It's very like what you pay attention to, it's going to show you more of, right? I have never, that I can possibly think of since I've been on TikTok, have I ever seen anything that said daughter, right? So it wasn't that I was on an algorithm. It was just I scrolled and happened upon this post, right? I'm gonna put it up on the screen for YouTube and Facebook. Instagram, I will read it to you. Thank you so much, Teresa. I'm so glad you love my book. That makes me so happy. I love hearing that. Okay, wait. I'm going to the first one that popped up. This was the first one that popped up. Okay, so I'm putting it on the screen for YouTube and Facebook. Hold on one moment. It's going to cover my face. Okay. So it says for Instagram, I'm going to read it. It says, "To my beautiful daughter," and it's a picture of a mom and daughter embracing on the beach. Okay. And it says, "Even when I'm not close by, I want you to know I love and I'm so proud of you always. Consider this a big hug. I love you, Mom." The fact that it said, "I'm so proud of you always," stopped me in my tracks. And I said, "Oh my God," because if my mother was alive when I published any of my books, this is my second book, she would have been shouting it from the rooftops. She would have been handing copies out to strangers. She would have been beside herself. Years ago when I first started, let me take it off the screen so you can see me. Again on YouTube and Facebook. She years ago when I first started, I was 20 years old, still in college, and I got a job working at a trade publication, a trade magazine, and I was an editorial assistant, and they gave me a shot at writing my first article. So it was my first byline article. It was literally for a magazine that wrote about building and about like stone materials like granite and marble, and it was like architect. We interviewed architects and stuff like that, right? It was for the stone industry. So it wasn't like this like high-end magazine that like everybody knew about, right? Well, my God, I had my name, my byline on it. She brought it into work. She was a secretary at a grammar school, my mother, before she died, which she loved. She brought it into school. She was showing everybody, "Look, my daughter has this article published in this magazine that like nobody's ever heard of." Like she was beside herself showing everybody. So I can only imagine what my mother would be like in person with these books, right? So the fact that she said, "I'm so proud of you," took me, I said, "Oh my God." So I ran up and I said to my husband, I was getting ready actually for, it might have been, I was getting ready for a podcast interview so I had to do my makeup because it was a video audio interview. So I was getting ready for a podcast interview and I went upstairs and I said to my husband, "Look what just popped up on my TikTok. This is so weird. I wonder if this is my mother." Now, just like I tell you guys all, accept the signs, but even if you question them, it's okay, right? I still was kind of like, this is so weird. I wonder if this was my mother. I'm just going to take it as it was, right? But I was still kind of like, was this her? I don't know, but I thought so. So now I'm in the bathroom putting makeup on, right? And so sometimes I will watch on TikTok like lives, like people talking about different things, and it amuses me, or I'll watch like Facebook, or I'll watch YouTube videos, or I'll listen to something on my phone while I'm putting on makeup, right? So I'm getting ready for this podcast interview. And I was listening to something and it ended or whatever. So now I'm scrolling again trying to find something that's on that I can have play while I'm putting my makeup on. As I'm scrolling, this is like literally maybe 10 minutes after the first one. As I'm scrolling, I come across another daughter post. Now, and I'm going to show you what it is. My first thought was, oh, this is the algorithm, right? Because I looked at the first one. Now it's going to show me another one. However, oh, wait, I forgot a big thing before this. Wait, pause. Before this happened, before I got this second daughter message, my husband texts me from downstairs. A song is on the radio that reminds us of your mom. So after I got the first daughter thing and I questioned it, my husband texts me a song is on the radio. So I run down into the basement because he was working out downstairs. And I said to him, what do you mean? And he's like, listen. And there was a song playing, and I don't know the name of the song. I should have looked this up, but it has her name in it. It's like that song, More Than a Feeling, blah, 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 blah. I see Mary Ann walk away. That's the name of the song. I'm not going to sing it. I will not do that to you. So I said, oh my God. So that was the second sign within minutes. I said, oh, this sign is to reassure me that that first message from TikTok was from her. Oh, this is so wonderful, right? My husband was like, I can't believe it. This is so crazy, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So now I was assured that I was correct and that first sign was from her because she sent a second one to my husband who told me. I go back upstairs, back in the bathroom. Now I'm scrolling through TikTok and the second daughter message comes up. And I was like, oh, now I'm in the algorithm. Okay. However, the song that was playing in the background was mine and my husband's wedding song. Now, she just sent a sign to my husband, right? To let me know that the first sign was her. Now our wedding song, which is not a common song, it's a country song. It's In Case You Didn't Know. I think that's the name of it. Not a common song, right? It was like it's an older song. I'm going to show you the second message that popped up. Okay. So for those on Instagram, it says, to my daughter, you are such a wonderful person, so kind, so caring, so full of love. More than anything in this world, I am proud to call you my daughter. I want you to know how much I love you and all my love forever. So the second thing about being proud, right? Now, I would have ignored this and said, now I'm in an algorithm. But because it had my wedding song in the background, I ran back downstairs. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get ready for a podcast interview. I ran back downstairs and I said to my husband, you're not going to believe this. And I explained the whole thing, that the algorithm, blah, 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 but it had our wedding song. And he was like, oh, Tammy, like, this is incredible. This was all within, I don't know, half hour, maybe, that all of these things lined up, right? It's crazy. So I said, oh, this is my mother. I know this is my mother. And she's just really hammering home, not only, Tammy, this is me, but Tammy, I see what you're doing. Tammy, I'm so proud of the work that you put in. I'm so proud of what you're putting out there, right? For other people. And so this is 20 plus years after she passed away. So the signs don't stop. We have to be open to them, right? So when I saw that daughter and I saw the proud thing, what did I do that I tell you to do? Yes, I questioned it, but I accepted it. I said, okay, I'm taking this. I'm taking this as a sign from my mother. I didn't even ask her for another one. Now, I always tell you guys, ask for another sign. If you get a sign, whether it's from the loved one, the universe, whatever, but especially from a loved one, I want you to say yes. And if you question it, say, send me another. Now, I didn't even necessarily say to her, send me another sign, but I'm sure she saw me going, oh, I hope this really was her, right? The second sign comes through my husband, the song with her name on the radio. Oh my gosh, that was definitely her sign. I go back upstairs. She sends a third sign with my husband and Mai's wedding song. Again, to my daughter. So to me, there was just no doubt. At that point, I said, okay, she knows, this is amazing. I got choked up. I was so happy, that she kind of went through all of that to get through to me, to let me know that she sees what's going on, right? It was just so incredible. And I haven't seen any other daughter stuff, by the way. I haven't seen any other daughter stuff. So I just know that that was her. There's not a doubt in my mind that was her. And to me, that was such an incredible display that she went through to try and get through to me and not only say, hey, I'm proud, but like reassure me that it was her. And your loved ones will do the same thing, especially if you ask them, can you send me another one so that I know this is truly you, so that I know this is truly a sign I should be paying attention to? They will send another one, right? Sometimes they'll send the same sign again, but sometimes they'll send something different that is connected to them. Like my mother sent the video on TikTok, and then she sent the song to my husband. And then she sent another thing on TikTok with my husband and I's wedding song. So it all just tied it together. And it was just so amazing. And my husband was like, this is crazy. Like, this is so awesome. You know, he's used to it now. That's why he recognized right away the song on the radio. He texted me. I was upstairs and he texted me, oh my gosh, the song that reminds you of one of the songs that reminds you of your mom is on the radio. And I just literally ran downstairs to hear it. So that's how it works. And I am not special. And my mother, I mean, while she's a very special woman, she doesn't have special talents that she can do this and your loved ones cannot. It doesn't work that way. They all can. And so I just had to share it because when I went to go schedule this weekly spirit boost, I was actually going to do an oracle card reading. I'll do it next week. Or no, I'm not going to be here next week. Oh my gosh, because I'm going to be, that's a good thing to tell you guys. I'm not going to be here next week. I'm going to be at a crystal show. So stay tuned to my Facebook stories and my Instagram stories because I'll be posting from that, but I will not be doing a live weekly spirit boost because I'm going to that yearly annual crystal show and it's the only day I can go because I'm not able to go on the weekend. So anyway, I'll do the oracle card reading the next time I'm live, but I went to go schedule this. And as I went to go schedule it, I saw the date and I thought, oh, I have to honor my mother. It's her birthday. And then I thought, oh, I haven't shared the signs that I got from her about my book. So, it was the perfect thing. I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to share with everybody that even though my mother has been gone for 20 plus years, she's still around. She's still active. She still knows what's going on in my life. She always makes her presence known if I'm going through something difficult, if I'm going through something wonderful. It doesn't matter. And your loved ones are the same. They are around. They see everything that you're doing. In fact, they can see your road ahead when you can't. That's why I always tell you, you have to partner with the universe and your higher helpers. And I include your loved ones on that higher help team, because they can see your road. They can see options that are in front of you. They know your plan and your soul's plan. And so they can see it all and they know what's coming and they are around you and they want you to know they are around you when things are happening in your life. They want you to know, hey, I'm physically gone, but I'm here. I'm here for the birthdays. I'm here for the the passing of loved ones, right? They help them cross over. So it's sort of, very, they're still here. They're just physically not here. And I remember years ago, it was 10 months after my mother died that we went to a medium. His name was George Anderson. He's still out there today and he was wonderful. And we went to him. And in that session, she said probably 3 to 4 times, I know I'm not physically with you. I know you want me back. I know you want me physically back. I can't do that, but I'm closer to you than you can imagine. And she stated specific things that had happened since she died, proving she had seen them all. And at that point, my mind was blown. I left that reading and that set me off on the path that I am on today, over 20 years later, talking about it, teaching other people about it, about how to partner with the universe, about how the universe communicates with us, including our loved ones, and how we communicate with the universe, right? So all of this sort of came full circle based on her death. And all of these years later, I'm celebrating her with you today. Happy birthday to Marianne. And I I thank her for the continued signs that continue to come so that I can continue to share them with you so that you can start opening up to signs from your loved ones, whether they have been gone for a day or they have been gone for over 20 years, like my mother. They are still around. They can still communicate. The soul is still there. And as my mother said, they are actually closer to you than you can even imagine, closer to you than they would be if they were physically here. My mother was a very nervous Italian woman. She worried about everything and everyone, especially her children. And I always say, like, now she really can be everywhere with me. She doesn't have to worry. She doesn't have to worry because she's with me wherever I go. She can go. If I'm on a plane, she can be on the plane with me, right? She doesn't have to worry anymore. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to check some of the comments, but I wanted to share that with you because I thought it was such an incredible, not just single sign, but deluge of signs within a small period of time to say, oh no, that was me, and let me one up it, and let me prove it, and let me show you. So it was just incredible. It was so incredible. And I still, after all these years, after teaching this stuff to everybody, I still get beyond excited about signs that I get from my mother or in anything. Like I still run to tell my husband and call my sister and my aunt and say, you're not going to believe this, right? So it's just a beautiful, wonderful, magical thing. And that's why my first book is where, you know, the universe is talking to you, where I teach you to open up to it, to have a more magical daily life. Okay, let's see. Sarah, Tammy, I've been thanking your mother for all she did for you and all of us through your work. Oh, she would be so happy to hear that. And thank you for letting us share your mom. Happy birthday to her. Yes, happy birthday to her. Thank you, Marie. Oh, she's definitely smiling, I'm sure. I am absolutely sure. Thank you, Putney on Hudson. Thank you, Miss Marianne, for all you do for all of us through Tammy's work. And thank you, Tammy, for letting us share your mom. Oh, of course. Happy birthday to her. Listen, she would be beside herself, even if I was just talking about her. Like if she was alive and knew about it, beside herself. Mark said, I might be way off about this, but I get the sense that souls on the other side are not as concerned about birthdays as us. I don't think they're as concerned about it, but I think here's the thing. They know that we are concerned about it. Like you said, our incarnated humans care about it. So anything that we care about, they care about. So if it's our birthday, they're going to let us know because they know it's important to us, right? So they're not as concerned about it. But they know that it's important to us and that we celebrate it. So on my birthday, my mother makes her presence known. I don't know that she's overly cares that today would have been her human birthday, but again, knowing that we are celebrating it, she cares about it. And I know that she is watching this right now and thrilled that I'm talking about her and that, you know, her death and all of the things that I've learned from her that I've been able to especially put in my first book, The Universe is Talking to You, has really contributed to so much goodness in my life and me being able to share that with people. So, but yeah, they basically care about what we care about because we are still here and we are still humans, right? We are still in a human body. Thank you, Ruth. Happy birthday to Mary Ann. Oh, Mary, don't cry. Yes, Mark, proud parents are the best salespeople. Oh, she hawked that magazine all over. I'm like, Mom, nobody cares about it. Nobody even knows this magazine. If they weren't in the stone field, like nobody cared. She was like, I don't care. Your name is on a thing. I'm showing everyone. I'm like, oh my God, this is hysterical. Yes, Barbara, that is the song, More Than a Feeling by Boston. Thank you. So that song, More Than a Feeling, has my mother's name in it because it says, I see Mary Ann walk away. I see my Mary Ann walking away. So anytime I hear that song, I think of my mother because her name is in it, right? They use their name to get through to us. Thank you for that. I couldn't think of the name of the song or who sang it. Thank you, Marie. Yeah, the sign was so much, so much. Love this so much. Thank you, Karen. Yes, happy birthday to Mary Ann. Oh, Genevieve also said the name of the song. I'm glad you guys knew just from my little lyrics because I didn't want to sing it. I was not going to sing it. Yes, Sandy, signs in full effect. It was incredible. It was really, really incredible. No, Mary, when she said 100%, you cannot make this stuff up. Happy birthday, mom. You can't. You absolutely can't. The signs that come through, and that's why there is a medium named Karen Noe, amazing medium teacher, spiritual teacher, and she talks about asking for without a doubt signs, meaning you really can't doubt them. They're so like ridiculously obvious. Like, how can I doubt this? And this was one of them. It was just so insane. And even though I did doubt it in the beginning, she backed it up with so much proof that I couldn't doubt it. I couldn't doubt it. Oh, Mary, you're talking about the crystal show. Listen, I told my husband, first of all, the last 2 times that we bought something big at the crystal show was his fault. Okay. It wasn't even my fault. I have created a monster. We go and he convinces me to buy stuff. And I already said to him, you're not convincing me to buy anything big this year. We're only going for a little bit because we have to get back because my stepson gets home from school. So we can't even go for that long. Usually we spend hours. But we can't go on the weekend. We have to go on the Thursday. So I said to him, I'm buying some stuff because I do my membership giveaways to my members. Mary, you're a member. And so I'm getting some stuff for my membership giveaways. Maybe will get some things for myself that are unique and new, but I'm not spending a lot of money. We are not buying a big anything. We'll see if I stick to that. I'll let you guys know. Watch me on the crystal on my Facebook and my Instagram stories. I will be adding it. Okay, hold on. Karen says my body my body is in February. I was like, my birthday is in February. Last May I was at Panera. I had to go back to the counter to order a missing item. This time the clerk asked if I wanted my birthday pastry. It dawned on me it was 5/24, my mom's birthday. I said, yes, she wants me to have a cookie. Started crying at the register. LOL. She's gone 7 years this year. Do you see what I'm saying? So it was her birthday. So they care because we care, right? I love that. Your mother gave you a cookie for her birthday. I love that. Another happy birthday, Marianne. Sherry says, my father over 20 years as well. And it doesn't even hurt less, just differently. Oh yeah. It still chokes me up. It's still, but it is different. You're correct. It's not as strong and as deep, as it was after 20 years. Mark said, suddenly I'm wondering if the Crystal Show is anything like the annual Westminster Counter Club show with Best in Class and Best in Show awards. That would be great if they did have that. But yeah, it's just an annual show that happens here where I live in New Jersey. They come once a year, and it's really the biggest show that I have found around here. I love it. Okay, let's see. My cat is screaming at my door, so I'm going to have to stop soon. She doesn't like not being with me. Jesse Baker says, has your belief ever wavered after starting your journey? I have such an internal conflict trying to open myself up like you describe, and I'm struggling bad. Honestly, my belief, no. My belief well, it depends on what you're talking about. But for the most part, my belief in life after death and signs from my mother and all of that, no. My belief in the fact that the universe is working with us all the time and that the universe has our back all the time, and that even when things look crazy and chaotic, they're not. There's purpose to them. That doesn't waver because, and in my first book, The Universe is Talking to You, I have an exercise called Follow the Footsteps, where I have you trace back your own life to find the proof that you are being guided, right? So when I see the things that have happened to me in my past and what they have led to, which is always something better, even though at the time it seems not, when you can find that in your own life, you now have faith that when something happens that's not that's more negative or that's upsetting to you, you can have more faith and say, okay, this is horrible and I'm very upset about it and I have no idea why this happened, but I feel like eventually maybe I'll find a meaning for it, or I'll see where it takes me. So I think because I have seen so many instances and have traced back so many instances of that in my own life, it is easier for me to not waver when things happen. Now, That being said, do I have moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, this shouldn't have happened? Why would this have happened? I just had a moment the other day. I was talking to my husband. I said, I can't believe this happened. I can't understand why this would possibly have happened. And he was like, Tammy, you know that eventually everything happens for a reason. Like, I love when he throws my own teachings back at me. I said, I know that. I know it in my core, but I'm still aggravated and upset about it. Right. So overall, no, because I have found that proof and because I continue to see the proof, it's easier for me to believe and then eventually find proof in the future that the universe is working for me at all times, even when it doesn't look like it. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's see. John said, I just started your book yesterday, Tammy. The first exercises I did in the book already makes me feel you've made a difference. Oh, thank you. And happy birthday to my mom. That's awesome. Thank you so much. There are, there's, I don't know if you're doing the exercises in the beginning of the book or the tools in the back of the book, but I just had so much fun putting that book together. Okay, let's see. Oh my God, this cat is wigging out. Let me just see if my husband, you guys can't hear her, but I can hear her. Let me just tell my husband if he can open the door. If he's in the basement. Because she's just going to scream and bang at the door. And usually she tries to pull it open, but she hasn't been able to get it open, I think. John said, love those signs. I'm always on the lookout for them, and I find them. Cardinals, dimes, feathers, perfume smells. Yes, I have smelled my mother before as well, and it's so incredible when that happens. Yes, Sherry! Callie's screaming at the door. Thank you. My husband opened it, so now she can get in so she can be at peace once again. She's too much. Aura says, love the amazing signs from your mom in heaven. Happy birthday to your mom today. The angels are singing and celebrating 100%. Oh, my sister's on here. Happy birthday to mommy in spirit 100%. Here's Callie. Now she's by me. She's like, okay, all is well with the world because now I'm with mom again. She does not like doors separating her from me. Okay, so thank you all for being here. For listening to my cool sign story. I hope that it inspires you to open up to some more signs from your loved ones. Maybe even ask them for a sign today if you haven't gotten one recently. You can either assign them a specific sign to use or just ask them for a sign and see what comes through. But they are around you. They are always around you. So happy birthday to my mother. Happy birthday to anybody else who happens to come across this and is celebrating a birthday or whose loved one is celebrating a birthday. Again, I am not going to be here next week because I'm going to be at that crystal show, but you will find me in my stories on Instagram and Facebook. And then I'll be back after that and we will do an oracle card reading. I haven't done one in a while. It's mid-year. So we'll check in with the universe to see what else it wants us to know, what messages can come through for us to move forward in our life. So I will be back with that. And I thank you all for being here with me and for sharing my mom's birthday and these signs with me. I hope you have an amazing, wonderful rest of your week into the weekend. And do something, as I always tell you, do something that brings you joy. I don't care what it is. I don't care how small, how big. Do something for you that makes you happy, that brings you joy. Even the smallest little thing, even just going to get that coffee. Going to, pick up a snack that you love, reading a book, gardening, whatever it is that you like to do, baking. I love to bake. Do something this weekend for you because you deserve it and because it will boost your vibration and put you into alignment with the signs that are coming through. So thank you to all of you who are here, and I will see you not next week, but the week after that. But follow me on Facebook and Instagram stories, and you'll see me next Thursday at the Gem Show. Bye, everyone.